dragons of the frozen seas as they continue their trek into the far polar caps, a continent of ice and snow and biting cold and eternal darkness. They have tracked the rest of the Angel Grundian tribe somewhere to this continent, but so far have only found a tribe of Ursines, a large bear-like humanoid that is intelligent but still very much a physical specimen like any bear would be. The party has decided to try and help the tribe in exchange for the aid that they have given them. And in the process, Eric and Ulf would like to go down to the beach and collect stones in order to make arrowheads that they can use for hunting purposes. And so now the Ursines have led them down to the beach, and they see the same thing that they saw when they arrived, under the very faint moonlight and starlight that still shines here. They can see several shadowy shapes moving along the shoreline. Most of them are penguins, seals, some seabirds, and every so often they see larger varieties, and in the distance they can even spot dire penguins, massive, almost man-sized penguins, but they pose little threat and are far away, so you guys just look at them and decide to keep away and not bother them. Unless you guys do decide to bother them.
Nah, not unless they're in the way.
No,
Get
there's lots of beach, plenty of space for you guys to move up unhindered right here.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go play with some rock.
Yep, we're gonna go hunt for some rocks.
Scotty asks, "So, what are these rocks for again?"
For my stone burst spell. We're going to
Right,
make
of
arrowheads
course.
out of
Special arrowheads that make squirrels explode.
them. Yes.
Veter, upon seeing the water, charges forward, eager to go swim and splash and play.
I tell Vitor to heal. Stay with the group.
Roll a handle animal check. Ooh. So, yeah, you are attempting to command Veter, but he is so excited having the opportunity to come down here and swim because, as you guys know, you haven't exactly, had a lot of time to play with him and burn his energy that he just runs and leaps into the water.
You cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He ran and leaped to the water because you failed your check.
Yep, rest of us heard that clearly.
It must be my internet then. I'm gonna go get closer to the router.
So you guys can hear Veter splashing in the water and swimming around.
I'm gonna follow Victor and keep an eye on him while y'all hunt for the stones.
I glare at Victor and then I continue to hunt for rocks.
All right, so you guys are gonna want to roll um, search.
I think I want to be in a vantage point where I can like be within hearing distance of both of them if possible.
Would that be like a knowledge geography or what?
Uh, yeah, it's going to be spot, and
Perception.
you can also use knowledge geography. It's basically like a skill challenge. Yeah, perception. All right. So as you guys are looking around, you do spot um, some stones, but as you guys are doing all of this, suddenly a huge wave comes crashing onto the shore. Everybody roll dexterity saves.
Even those well up the cliff?
No, no, you're far enough in.
Me?
Yeah, Jalivy, Ulf, and Eric. Yeah, reflex. Sorry, a little too much 5th edition recently.
It looks like one of the Ursine soldiers was also caught in the wave.
Yeah. All right. So, Eric, you made the save. Everybody else failed. Everybody else is soaked with water and takes cold damage. However, Eric, you only take half, and then you apply your resistance to that as well. Jalivy, you will apply your resistance also.
Okay.
And this comes out of stamina, not hit points, right?
Yeah, stamina first. All right, so
So,
Jalivy takes 5, Eric takes 0, Ursine Soldier takes 5, and Ulf takes 10.
So 5 vigor.
5 vigor, correct.
And I'm assuming you did. Did you do the calculation, or do I need to do it?
You would need to subtract that from the orange bar.
No, I mean you already took the modifications out.
Yes, you take 5 damage to your vigor.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
No problem. And so all of you are soaked except for Eric, who is only moist. And you guys realize that you have stepped out onto the ice sheet. This is not solid ground, and it starts to break up beneath you, and in the middle of you pops up something that makes all of the Ursine start to scream and flee in terror.
Does it pop out immediately, or do we have a chance to react as it's coming?
Like the ice breaking apart is such a chaotic event that you would need to roll a will save in order to try and calm your nerves enough to do anything.
Right, which would be run away. Scotty stayed dry, and she's up above, so she tries to make a will check to try to do mostly run away and abandon you guys.
Ulf, you have a chance to take any one like readying action, like you can ready a weapon or ready yourself to jump into the water or like whatever you want to ready yourself to do. Scotty, as the ground begins to break apart, you manage to steel yourself just enough to take any of the minor actions. You can't move or take a standard action, but you can take any minor action. Eric, you are able to ready an action.
Okay, I yell for everybody to run like hell to start with.
I don't
I'm
think you
gonna.
want to run on ice that's broken out from under you.
Jalivy speaks wisdom.
Fair enough. To get away from there at least. Maybe not run.
I'll ready my weapons and prepare to make a beeline towards Gillavi and Vitor and yell for Vitor to come to me.
Rally to me.
Actually, I'm not gonna necessarily ready my weapons. I'm gonna ready the spell Hide from Animals.
Ah, all right. And Jalivy, are you going to try and steel yourself, or do you just give in to the terror of having the ice break in underneath you?
I will. I have to try. I can't do an actual action. I have to try and still. I have to try and so right.
And I'm going to attempt wild empathy on this fellow here.
Okay, I'll do a willpower check as well, I suppose.
Well, you can't take an action. You can just ready an action.
Oh, well, in that
Right.
case, I'm going to ready a wild empathy attempt.
Does the beast provoke an attack of opportunity from Scotty?
Not as it's rising out of the ground. We're going to roll for initiative once we determine, who's all like shook up and all of that.
Got it. So it got
Right.
inside her threat radius without. Okay.
I'm still taking
Well,
a
the
willpower
thing
save.
is that it sprang up out of the ground. It's not that it moved in with you being aware of it. It was just all of a sudden there in a moment. Jalivy, you just need to roll a willpower. First one counts. So Jalivy, because you rolled a natural 20, you are going to get a surprise round. You get to act as the Emperor Walrus is rising up out of the ice. So now everyone can roll initiative.
And my wild empathy isn't going to happen before the initiative, huh?
No, not before the initiative. You got to like pull out a weapon or like ready yourself to jump in case the ice broke up under your feet even more, things like that. Like I said, this is a very chaotic moment where you guys are fighting to stay afoot.
Wrong one.
All right. So, Jalivy, you go first.
Um, I. How much does he weigh?
Judging by the size of him, he weighs tons, 10 tons possibly.
He big.
Alright. And we're all on this ice, right?
Yes.
Speedtor's still in the water.
Yes.
There's the water from the ice sheet.
You guys do not know where Vitor is right now.
Is the walrus? Is he taking an aggressive stance, or
He looks like he is here to eat.
Casting mirror image so that I can possibly distract him so that everyone else can get off the ice. And that's my turn.
You're actually not in its reach.
I'm not in his reach.
Not you. You're 10 feet up a cliff. It does start to slope down right there, though, where you can see the little path.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just talking to Scotty. It's all good. No worries. The Ursine
Okay.
soldier, as he sees the Emperor Walrus, he tries to get off the ice and up the cliff, but as everything is breaking up, he needs to make a dexterity check in order to do that. He slips on the ice, even with his polar bear, uh, paws. It is hard to get up this ice, and so he is unable to move. This Ursine soldier quickly tries to get in between Scotty and the Emperor Walrus while motioning for her to run. All right, Jalivy, now you get your regular turn.
Okay, so I cast mirror image, right?
Yes, you did.
Did it distract him? Is he going after the images?
There's no way to know.
So I'm going to slowly try and back off the ice while the mirrors are going.
All right, so you're going to need a dexterity check for that. All right, so as you begin to walk, you can move half of your speed.
Is that about right? Or
No, that's a quarter of your speed. That's closer.
Is Wild Empathy a quick action or?
No, that would be a standard action.
Ah,
Technically, it could even be a full round action depending on what exactly you're trying to do, and especially with something this big, but I'm not going to enforce that. I'm just going to have it be a standard action.
okay.
About right there.
Yes.
And is that my whole move? Is that my whole stuff, or can I, since I just moved, can I still do an action?
You can still do a standard action.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can get myself up on my floating.
As long as you cast floating disc, you have no problem casting it directly under yourself and raising yourself up.
But can I have two spells going at the same time? I guess is what I need to know before I.
Not two spells that require concentration.
Alright, but the disc doesn't require concentration, but the mirror image does.
Are you sure disc doesn't require concentration?
I
Just
don't know. That's what I'm asking.
just
I think
cast it.
neither of them do.
It'll tell us in the description when you cast it.
Right, it says. It doesn't say anything about concentration, so. Right.
Yep, no. It just requires the caster to use a what is it? Oh, just a rate of no more than your normal speed. It doesn't even require an action to move it. Cool.
Right, so hopefully everybody's had time to back off the ice when I distracted it with the mirror image.
What'd you do to distract it?
I cast mirror image and then cast floating disc. I think ended my turn. Whose turn is it?
It's Scotty's turn. I have to roll 1d4 quick. Wow, you created 5 images. Holy cow.
Yay me!
Wow, Scotty is momentarily boggled by there being 5 Jillivies on a then they're all, but she doesn't let it distract her for long.
Just delusions. Hopefully they work.
Is the thing within? Is Scotty within the huge walrus's reach? Can it already grab her where she is up the?
No.
Then she is going to focus and attempt to slumber it, and then move away, whether it succeeds or not.
If you want to hold your action and see how Wild Empathy does.
Well, she tries to put it to sleep anyway. That would have been a good idea.
Okay.
It totally would have been a good idea, but Scotty's not coordinated enough to do that. Sorry, Eric. It's not an attack, though. So that's cast, slumber, and then move away and end her turn.
Oh, you got to cast slumber.
Oh, right. Okay. Gotcha. I'm sorry.
As your magic starts to float towards the Emperor Walrus, it kind of shakes its mighty head, its huge jowls flapping, its whiskers bristling. It can tell that something tried to affect it, but it shakes it off with no issue whatsoever.
Does I apologize? I ended turn too soon. Does Star take the same initiative, and can Star just take to the air?
Yeah, Star's already in the air, so whatever you
Ah,
want
okay, perfect.
Star to do on
Yeah,
your
Star's up
turn.
in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, all done. Eric, I took up part of your turn. Sorry.
That's okay. All right, I'm gonna attempt wild empathy and see what happens.
You somehow manage to get the Emperor Walrus's attention, and it disregards you as a target. On any other creature, that roll would have been high enough to basically make you best friends for life. But for the Emperor Walrus and his dire walrus nature, it's only enough to make him disregard you as a potential food item.
Well, that's something. Okay. Well, I still have my move action, huh?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to get up to the cliff where Scotty and everyone, where the earth signs are. I
You got to make. No, you have the Arctic Stride. So, yeah, you can move across the ice no problem.
So yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. Okay, well, I'm just gonna mosey on up the cliff then. The walkway, I should say. And that'll be my turn. I'm gonna ready weapons in case the walrus decides to attack, of course. But I'm not gonna do anything else this turn.
Shut up! Oh, never mind.
Is he already through the ice?
Yes.
And which way is he facing?
Pretty much towards Jalivi's.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Hide from Animals on myself. Which you haven't had a chance to put in my spell book. So what I need.
Just declare that you're casting Hide from Animals. That'll be good enough.
Great. And once that's done, I'm going to move about 30 feet to the. Which I guess would put me slightly off map. Is there stuff in that direction, or is the ice sheet just.
Well, you gotta pass a dexterity check in order to move across the ice.
Yeah, but I should be able to see if the ice sheet just ends there, or if
No,
there
no,
would
it,
be
it, it
additional.
goes it goes on.
Okay. Alrighty, and plus my favorite terrain might help a little bit, but I think that'll.
Yep. So you can move up to half your speed across the ice.
And if I have any remaining, I'll pull out my sword and shield, but that's actually not sword and shield, but yeah, sword and shield. Fuck it.
The Emperor Walrus slides forward and slams one of its tusks at one of the Jalivies. Crushing it out of existence as it fades in a sparkle of starlight. This Ursine soldier backs up with Eric. This one attempts to get away again. And is unable to make any progress. He is stuck on the ice and is deadly close to the Emperor Walrus. This one takes a 5-foot step back and then moves over to Scotty.
Scotty gives a holler in a language he doesn't understand, saying, "Save your friend."
Is it me now?
Yes, it is.
All right. Uh, can I, if this is possible, do I have enough movement with the disc to catch off and get him out of the ice and stuff on the disc? Or how many rounds does that take?
It can only move up to your speed.
Okay.
And that's to stay so close to you. I'm probably out of range.
Okay. Yeah, you'd have to go. It had to be 2 turns, and yeah, okay. All right. So
You cast hide animal though, huh?
yeah, I'll but he's still got. I got a question. Will he know it's me if I cast another spell? He'll know the real me, right?
Well, he'll probably see you do it.
But do all the other do the mirror images do it?
Yes.
Okay. Thank. I am going to take a chance and cast a fire.
Magic missile is not a fire spell, and it's incapable of missing.
Well, I thought I had it first, but I don't. So there's magic missile.
It does indeed strike the Emperor Walrus's thick hide. Is that your turn?
Yeah, sorry, we're just.
No, you want
Hang
to
on, hang on. Yeah, and then I'll move back.
Scotty quickly digs into her bag and pulls out a rope. She gathers.
Whoa, 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 hold
Holds.
on.
Yes?
As you move past the Emperor Walrus, it strikes out at you. However, you can have all of the mirror images move as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do that.
Alright, there's a 20% chance he hits you.
That's fine.
He hits one of the other ones.
What's the reach on this thing?
$15 feet.
Wow, that's an insane read.
Scotty?
Scotty calls out in a language that the Ursine soldiers don't understand, but she's didn't figure that out. She calls out, "Save your." She digs through her backpack and gets out her rope, holds on to one end, and tosses the other end down the cliff towards Ulf, and yells out, "Ulf, there's a rope!" Hopefully putting the rope right about there. And she firmly grips one end of it. Done.
Okay. Eric is going to attempt to cast a hold animal spell on the walrus.
Oh boy.
Or you could try and also assist Scotty, because he's not thinking of you as a threat. He will once you do that.
Once again, the Emperor Walrus feels something trying to take control of him and shrugs it off like it was wet newspaper.
All right, and that's my turn.
I'm gonna use both my actions to move towards that rope.
2 dexterity checks.
So that's the first one. That's the second one.
At first, the ice shifts beneath you, and you're unable to gain enough traction to get anywhere. But on your second try, you can move 15 feet. So, back it up a little. And then is that your turn? Okay, good. Everybody say goodbye to Fuzzy.
Fuzzy's tough. He might be okay.
No, not Fuzzy.
The walrus's tusk slams through his shoulder completely, ripping his arm off.
Poor Fuzzy.
Sorry, just got to get all those good statuses up in there, you know. This Ursine soldier runs. What do you know? He makes his first death save. I mean, he doesn't lose any more hit points. This Ursine soldier helps Scotty secure the rope.
Excellent. She will gladly make room for him to grab the rope. He's got it braced for Ulf. Great.
Yeah, he's a big boy too, so.
I don't know. Um, I will create more mirror images to help cover our retreat.
You create 3 more images.
And then I continue on up the cliff. And, move the images go with me to, to help confuse him further, hopefully.
Well, you actually don't need to move them now because you're not in his reach. So leaving them in the way might be a better strategy. But whatever you
Okay.
want to do.
We'll go with the second one. Keep it the way it is.
Are you sure? I don't mean to like tell you what to do. I was just
No, it's fine.
Scotty, do you agree with that strategy or
Scotty has nothing to say about it. She's over here with the rope and the Ursine soldier.
yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure that the party, agreed that I wasn't pulling any DM tricks. Yes, touch the crystal, do it. So you can move then, and then if that's your turn.
Thought I did. Sorry. Distracted today.
No, no, it's quite all right.
Scotty sees that the Ursine soldier has a firm grip on the rope, so she looks at him in the eyes and makes the hold on gesture. It's obviously got things. She's going to run over to try and help its companion. She moves to there. She wants to be just within range of the bear, but not within of the Ursine, but not within the Walrus. And then she's going to channel to try and heal the wounded soldier and bring him back up. And she yells to her companions, "Try to save him! Maybe he could fit on the disc, Jillivy." And here's the channel. Still looking for it.
It's under abilities.
How big are the bears?
The bear stabilizes and has 2 wounds.
How big is the bear?
They're large, so like 12 feet.
Pounds.
They're probably right at the upper edge of what the thing could do.
They're easily a
Maybe over.
1,000 pounds.
Yeah, no, I can't. It only carries 300.
No longer dying, no longer helpless, still prone.
Oh, and Scotty's done. There's nothing else she can do.
And the bear that you nodded to gives you a little glint in his eye and flexes his biceps, letting you know he's got this.
Excellent, excellent. Scotty will note him for future conversations or back scratches or whatever.
Oh, they like back scratches.
Most bears do.
That's very true.
Save him! Save him!
And they don't let
But
just
the
anybody do this, but if you scratch them right on the muzzle in between the eyes, that's their spot.
All right. I don't think this is going to work. I'm going to try hold animal once more, and then I'm going to run like hell.
Pink Floyd style. I like it. Wah, wah. A magical effect takes hold of the Emperor Walrus's brain, and you can see a dull glaze come over his eyes as he is held completely motionless.
I yell at the other sign soldier that's down, "Get up! Get over here, quick!" And that's my turn.
Still going to the road. Still trying to go to the road.
There you go, you made it to the rope.
And I'm guessing I don't have any move left to do anything but grab onto the rope. And if the Urson pulls me up, great. If not, I'll start my climbing as soon as I can.
Yep. So I am held for this turn. Next turn I will get another save. This guy's like just running. He saw his
Deal of emotions to the Earth sign soldier, since points at the soldier, points at the fallen soldier and says, motions, you go get your friend, because we can't carry him, he's too heavy.
Oh, he's gone. He's booking it. He stands up and tries to move off the ice sheet. Oh my god, he just can't do it.
Yeah, dun, dun, dun.
This soldier does indeed start to pull you up. Make a strength check to hold on to the rope. The torch is unable to hold on.
Wah, wah.
Neither is Ulf. Ulf somehow his fingers slip and he falls off of the rope. You land on your feet though.
Too damn cold, his fingers are frozen.
Yeah. The Ursine soldier just tosses the rope right back though, so it's right there.
Is the Ursine soldier? Does he have enough reach to just reach down and grab Wolf? Just curious.
How did I get way down there?
And where's Victor at?
You guys don't know. And no, he doesn't have quite enough reach. Ulf would have to jump.
My turn, sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, I'm having trouble with my screen. I will try. Oh, how far is he? He's about 35 feet now. Trying days. Will fit. Alright. I cast days.
Well, Scotty decides to do a very dangerous, reckless thing. She's going to move to there, reverse her spear, extend the long, the actually she'll just stick the spear, the sharp spear, pointy at it, and like put her spear out of like grab the spear and I'll pull you to safety. It has a long the Ursine soldier has a long reach, right? So
Yes.
really be back to about there even and reach the spear out for him. So she moves to there and she readies an action to pull him up and out if he grabs at it. Of course, he's probably going to be eaten by the Emperor Walrus first. Done.
Good idea, Scotty.
Yeah.
But I don't have any weapons.
All right, y'all can hear me. Huh?
Yes.
All right. Eric sees that Scotty's got the spear to help pull the bear up. Eric's going to go over towards Scotty and assist her in the event that the bear decides to grab on and try to pull itself up. And he's going to call out for Vitor as well as he does this.
Do you have any way to sense Vitor?
That's actually what I was just checking.
Scotty gives Irek a grateful look as he grabs on, and we're both brave.
I'm pretty sure druids have a link with their animal companion.
It's not like a familiar. It's more of a friend.
Gotcha. Well, I call out for Vitor as I go over to Scotty and help with the spear. And that's going to be my turn.
Up the rocks I go.
You start to climb, but the slippery, icy rocks make it hard to find purchase with your feet, even bracing yourself with the rope, and you are unable to make it much past 5 feet off the ground.
And the second move action.
This time, you put your back into it and manage to reach the top, but not like like you're at the top, but you're not on the ledge yet. you're still hanging off the edge. The Emperor Walrus shakes off the effects of the hold, looks around, sees only the bloodied Ursine soldier, and dives back under the water. He's gone. Alright, so he tries to steady himself.
He has a spear within reach.
And 2 people assisting him.
Oops, I didn't have it clicked on the Ursine soldier, but the roll still counts. He finally, with your assistance, manages to get himself steadied and walk safely back onto solid ground. And that's pretty
Attempt to
much,
shivvy him as far away from the edge as he can get in case it comes back.
yeah, but that's pretty much it unless you guys are going to dive in the water after the Emperor Walrus.
No, not me.
There is the
No, I
process
mean,
of
we probably
recovering
are to
Vito.
find Vitor, so who knows?
So now
I can keep going out for
now the ice shelf here is all broken up and it's not stable anymore.
Scotty says to Idic, I'm sure Peter's okay. He's probably hiding in some ice cave somewhere till it goes away.
I hope so. So the walrus appears to be gone, huh?
Oh yeah, here, let me get rid of that for you.
Alright. Well, we can look for Victor as we look for some stones as well.
Yep.
Well, as Scotty pointed out, he's gone for now. I don't know that you want to stay right here. Like, he just got blasted with a spell and got held. He's confused. He wandered off. But, do you really want to poke the bear or the walrus in this case?
You have a good point.
Well, still
Scotty
have to.
wants to try to save that Ursine's arm if she can.
Oh, it was ripped clean off. He has no arm.
Okay, then she'll patch up the stump. Don't suppose the arm's...
The arm is somewhere. It might be floating in the water. It might be on the ice. You can go look for it, but,
She'll ask Star to look for it, if it's easy to get at. But probably it's hopeless. Probably can't reattach it.
reattaching an arm with
Mend it.
today's medicine would be difficult at best when ripped off by a walrus's tusk. With the magic and everything, I'm not saying it's not possible, but you would need like a restoration type of spell, something that can regenerate rather than just simply heal.
That's fine if she fails, but she makes the attempt.
No
She
problem.
wants the Ursines to see that she's doing everything she can to save them.
Yeah, I'll throw a cure light wound spell at him as well.
If you do find the arm, I'm sure Ulf will want to know if you're going to eat that.
Yeah, probably. And then I'm
Yep.
going to glare at him for doing so. Because my best friend happens to be a polar bear.
All right, so go ahead and roll a perception for Star. I have no problem with that.
Again, I don't expect it to work. It was more for entertainment purposes. But here's a roll. It's this -4.
I mean, you know me. I like to let the randomness of the dice kind of help influence the story just to keep things, chaotic.
Well, Star got a 21.
Yeah, so basically the way that this works is you do indeed spot a massive muscled polar bear arm floating in the water. Star dives down to try to retrieve it for
No,
you.
Star does not.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say, because she ain't going to be able to lift it.
Yeah, it's way too big. She ain't
Way
gonna be
too
able to
big.
lift it.
Yeah, I was
She
just going to
just
describe a
communicates
funny
that.
scene as she, like, tried to grab it and was flapping and just, like, it ain't happening. But no, we don't
Nope,
have to have
poor
her dive
guy's
down
lost.
because yeah, you're like no, no, she doesn't go anywhere near that water. Eh.
All right. So the bear's bleeding has stopped by now.
Oh yes, yes. As soon as he got the channel, he stopped bleeding, and now that you guys have healed him, he's actually, I mean, he ain't best pleased right now. He's definitely feeling like he lost an arm, but he he's better.
It's like putting a band-aid on a severed limb. Am I right?
Well, it does when you magically heal, it does like instantly form the scar over it. It's got skin and all of that now. Like, it's not an open wound, but the damage is so great that like you know how you can feel a bruise for days sometimes because it hit the bone and it bruised your bone. Like, imagine having your whole arm just pierced by a whole tusk and ripped off and everything. Like, he's going to be feeling this, for a while unless he receives a significant amount of magical healing.
Are y'all still looking for stones?
No, I'm looking for Vitor.
Yeah. Well, look for some stones while you're looking for them, but Feature's more important.
Ooh, and Star did
Alright.
not spot Veter as she looked. The torch is just terrible at looking for things.
I mean, so are we, because we can only see as far out as the torch.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm calling out for him and listening for him, and
Yeah, and as you listen, you can hear the waves splashing, and in the distance, you hear the shriek of some animal, probably unlucky enough to become something's dinner.
Uh,
I'm gonna call for Vitor.
yeah, I'm calling for him too.
You
can I
call,
make
and
out what kind of animal?
you can roll a knowledge nature to see if you can identify it.
Yeah, I'm going to roll that as well.
All 8.
It sounds like some kind of dog-like creature, which you quickly identify as a seal. It had a deep, booming voice, so it might have even been a dire seal that met a fatal end and screamed as it did.
I'm just gonna keep moving along the coast.
Yep, I'm going to accompany you.
All right,
Gonna check see if I can find any signs of Vitor swimming tracks
swimming
or
tracks.
otherwise tracks. Yes.
The paw prints in the water.
I think Vitor was west of where we were, though. So I think we should go look over there.
Well, there's only two directions for the coast. One goes one, other goes other.
Whichever we go, says I'll have Star check the other way.
Sounds.
Sounds good.
All right, so as you guys are moving up and down the coast, go ahead and roll for perception. And you're calling out the whole time?
Yeah.
I just called out
Yep.
that once.
But let's stay way back from the edge, guys.
Well,
Yeah.
then how will you see in the water?
Well, I'm kind of hoping Vitor hears our voice and decides to swim toward us.
I
We
actually
might not
see
even
him.
want to. That just puts Vitor in greater danger. If we just leave him be, he'll get out and come to us when it's safe.
All right. Is the ice shelf completely broken up?
No. There's, pieces of it that are still connected to the land. There's pieces of it that are floating. There's pieces of it that are like tilted at an edge, but still like kind of connected. So like there's different textures to it.
Okay. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna go
But
on to the.
I'm sorry. But only in like 100-foot radius from here. Like, once you get further away, it's not.
What were we rolling perception for?
Against my better judgment, I'm gonna go on to the ice shelf, but I'm going to stop calling out, and I'm just gonna see what my eyes can see.
You're gonna take it with you and tie it off, and we're gonna anchor.
Yeah.
Yep. And we're going to be holding the rope ready to yank you out if anything happens to the ice underneath him.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So as you go out on the ice, go ahead and roll your perception to see what you see and hear. That's bad. You
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 want us to roll perception up on?
you basically hear and see the waves crashing, and way, way, way in the distance you can see the moonlight glinting off of the iceberg island that you had seen the ship on.
All right. I'm gonna go a little bit further out.
I wouldn't go out on your own, Eric.
As you go
Well,
further out, the ice shelf is much less stable. You can feel it cracking in places. Roll a dexterity check. You manage to jump just in time as the ice beneath you tilts and would have slid you right into the freezing cold water. You land on a piece of ice that is floating, but like it's stuck in the hole that it's in. So even though it is movable, it's not moving anywhere. You know what I mean?
all right. I call out for Vitor. Do I hear anything or see anything?
Roll perception one more time. As you're calling out, you do not notice as a playful seal pops up in the hole that your ice is in, causing it to tilt. Roll a reflex save.
That's great. That tells us the giant walrus isn't there.
The seal dumps you right into the water, and the ice flips and covers you.
Did
You are
we
stuck
had
under the
we had
ice.
him on a rope with some tension on the rope, remember?
Oh
Two of us
yeah.
He
holding
had
it?
Oh yeah. No, he's still very much tied to the rope.
right.
But we weren't able to get him before he went under?
No, it flipped over in an instant and just sealed him off as the ice is now over his head.
So the rope stretched.
just slightly, like not enough to like you had to give him enough slack to be able to move and jump off of the ice and everything. So it's not like you had it as tight as it could possibly be, and it just took that little bit for the ice to flip him over and pull him in. Actually, Ulf and Scotty, you guys can make a strength check real quick to see if you actually manage to have him pinned by the ice rather than trapped under it.
The torch fails.
The torch is a weakling.
So, Scotty, as you brace, you manage to get it to where now his leg is trapped in the ice as it flipped and then popped back up, and it now has his leg trapped.
Jillivy, can you scoot down there on your fly thingy and help him?
Yeah, let me do. Yes, I'll come. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Let's keep the
Yes,
tension on the rope so he
Jilby
doesn't
comes
slip.
down. Jilby comes down on her floating disc to lend Eric a hand and put him on the disc.
Make a strength check. And Eric, you can also make a strength check.
What is with these rolls today?
Scotty roots for Jillivy. You can do it, cousin.
I have like no strength, but we'll try.
I think I used up all my good luck with the walrus.
Use leverage.
Find me a fulcrum and lever big enough, and I will move the whole world.
Is that Archimedes or Aristotle?
Archimedes.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that's Archimedes.
So I will brace myself.
Summoning her strength, even though she's never been one of the more physically gifted members of the tribes of the Angel Grundians, Jalivi still has lived in harsh weather her whole life and is tougher and stronger than she looks. And summoning all of that savage fury and strength, she lifts up on Eric, pulling him free of the icy grip. His foot is numb just from the little bit of time that it spent pinned by the ice, and it definitely is going to swell up, but he's free.
All right. Alrighty, Eric, we got you out of there.
Okay, I think I'm
Let's
gonna
get
go
to
back.
safer ground.
I think I'm gonna try to make my way back to shore.
Well, you can catch a ride with Jalivi.
All right, yeah, let me catch a ride.
And we'll help pull you in on the rope, too, so it's nice and steady. Well done, cuz.
And
It took your encouragement to do it, Scotty. I didn't think I.
of course Eric is distraught at not knowing where his polar bear buddy is.
Yeah.
I mean, calls out one last time, but he's not going to continue looking for him right here in this spot right this moment.
Screaming into the darkness, Eric cries out, Viter! Wishing that his polar bear would just appear so that he can go back to the village and rest, knowing that all of his companions, including his precious polar bear companion, is safe. But alas, wounded, and with more wounded members of the party, they have no choice but to retreat and head back to the village.
Did we come up empty-handed on stones?
No, you got a couple
Back.
stones.
Cool.
Who's going back? Okay, I'm staying.
Oh, wait.
Let's try a
You guys
different
are staying
location.
down by the shore?
I mean, if Vitor hasn't made it out yet, then yes.
Ulf stays. Wow.
Yeah, in fact, Scotty will do the same. She'll channel once again to catch everyone who's taken any wounds and to help warm up the cold people too. But then she'll stay with Irik and Ulf till we either recover Viter or find him dead, and Star keeps patrolling for signs of Viter.
I'm gonna start making a warmer environment so that we can set up and wait.
Wow, okay. So as you guys are doing that, go ahead and roll your survival checks to see what you can find to try and set something up.
I take it's so bitterly cold that even our magic spells to keep us warm aren't enough.
Well, basically what it is although your spells will prevent the worst of the effects, it's going to be a cumulative buildup of cold to where it's just going to be so miserable that you're not going to get the rest. So it's not that you're going to die. It's that you're not going to regain any spell points, hit points, vigor, etc.
But we have to recover Viter or find his floating hair or something. That last she doesn't say in front of Irik.
Okay, so Eric and Ulf, having lived in the woods and mountains for so long, you guys happen to know a thing or two about these kinds of structures, and you know that there's almost always